Hey guys, it's Jill here. End of day one, Friday of our adventure. And now that I got the rest of my cards I need for my deck, I'm going to show you guys what I will be playing tomorrow at Collinsvill Regionals 2019. So let's get started. I am playing two of the Pikachue Zekrom tag team. That's going to be my main attacker to try to get that second attack off where it does 200, and if you have an extra 3 energy attached to it, you get to do 150 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So you could, if you have it all set up right, with extra stuff that we have in the deck, you could easily get 4 prize cards in one turn if all sets up right. But you also got to remember that the tag team Pokemon, they're knocked out, your opponent takes 3 prize cards. So that's why I only run 2. I know some may run 3, but with the possibility of taking 3 prize cards off of 1, I'm only running 2. And then for the rest of our supporters, we got 2 of the Tapu Koko GX for that first attack, or for the ability really, because when you play it down from your hand, you get to move as many energies you want from your Pokemon to this Pokemon, and then it can become your active Pokemon. So that's good. Your first attack does 130. So if you need to move something out of the active, or get a quick knockout, it's a good card there to get things moved around and switching stuff out. And then we got the Zorora GX, really expensive card right now, so I only got 1 for that first ability, which allows you to any of your Pokemon that has any electric or lightning energy attached to it has free retreat cost, so that's great for moving something out of the active that's weak, or need to switch to a different one that has more energy attached to it. And then we're running the 2 Raiku's to help boost up my Pikachue Zekrom, because the first ability is for 30, one lightning energy, does 30, and then it allows you to attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, which is a great starter to help boost energy. I mean, you might not have any energies right away, but we have ways where we could toss some energies in there if we're using this for sure. Otherwise, we don't really want to toss any in there. And then we've got the Tapu Koko Prism, which is just going to be used to put straight onto the bench, and then use its ability where you get to take 2 energies from your discard pile and attach it to 2 different Pokemon, and then it goes into the Lost Zone. This should never be active unless it's the only basic Pokemon I have at the beginning of the game. Otherwise, it will never be active because we want to use that ability. It's going to be crucial in some turns to get us that energy we need on certain Pokemon. Alright, there's my Pokemon. I run 8 of them, all basic. Now we're going to go into the supporters here. I run 4 Guzmas. That's pretty self-explanatory. Help switch my Pokemon out and get one of their Pokemon up onto the active that I could easily knock out, or something that help me get to the 4 prize card when I use the GX attack. Obviously, essential for this deck is the Vulcaners, 4 of them, obviously. Allows me to search my deck for an item card, and an electric energy. So it allows me to get a tool card that will help me either power up my attack, or get me something to do more damage, or a switch or something if I need that. Plus it allows me to get an electric energy if I haven't attached one this turn, or if I can toss an extra one in the discard pile to try to build up one of my other Pokemon to the Raiku's attack. And then I got 2 Lilies, not bad for draw support, help you get more cards in your hand, and possibly get 8 cards at the beginning of the game if it's your first turn, and you have that in your hand. And then we've got the 2 Cynthias, help draw cards. And then we got 2 of the Tate and Liza, help switch my actives. Plus it also helps me get more cards into my hand. good draw support. Then we have one underground expedition. It's good for, again, shuffling through your deck and getting extra cards. This time you're taking from the bottom, which isn't that bad. And then we got her, which will allow me to get my Tapu Koko Prism and Stadium, which you'll see from my deck straight into my hand, which is crucial because that Stadium will help me win this game. And then for the item cards, we've got four energy switch, help move that energy around to get to power up my Pokemon. Maybe I have Pikachue Zekrom that's on the bench that's got almost enough energy, and one that's weak that's got some damage on it that's up on active. You know, I could use a switch and get some energy onto the one that's on the bench and be able to switch out and have a full fresh energy one on the Ozma active. And then I've got 4 Ultra Balls. That will help get some of our energy in the discard pile if we have Raikou and we're using it to power up. That will also get energy in the discard pile, plus we can get Pokemon that we need to help us build up and get what we need on the field. It goes the same for the 2 Nest Balls. Not every time we'll have cards that we can discard with the Ultra Ball, so that Nest Ball helps because it allows me to get just any basic Pokemon out of my deck, which all my Pokemon are basic, so that is a bonus for me. Got 2 switches just in case I don't have a Guzma or the Tate and Liza, or if I played a supporter card that turn, that will help me switch out if I need to. Because again, you get 3 prize cards for taking out a tag team. And then to help us power up, we got the 2 choice bands that will give us an extra 30 on our attack, which is crucial for hitting some of those, because our first attack is only 150, and that GX attack is only a base of 200. And nowadays most GXs are between 170 and like 240 depending on what it is. So if it's not already damaged, you need a little bit of extra damage in order to hit that outright with that GX attack. And if you're using that GX attack, you want to be able to knock out 2 GXs at the same time for the attack to work. And then we got 1 Wishful Baton to attach to any Pokemon really, but mainly for the Pikachu Zekrom, because the GX attack alone takes 6 energy, and if it gets knocked out, that's a lot of energy in the discard pile. This will allow us to take all the energy off of it if it gets knocked out and attach to my bench Pokemon, to really save energy in the long run. And then we have 3 Acro Bikes to help us get through our deck. Plus, we also once in a while help us get energy in the discard pile if that's one of the cards that we draw. So it's good for draw support. And then, last but not least, we've got this Electro Power. We have 4 of them, which another 30 damage we can do with our attacking lightning Pokemon or electric Pokemon. So you got an extra 30 with the choice band, and you got an extra 30 with the Electro Power. So that could be an extra 160 if you do need that, and it's if you play 1 at a time. And then our Stadium, which is crucial to this deck, is Thunder Mountain, which means all mine and my opponent's electric Pokemon can use 1 less energy. So that really helped get the Pikachu and Zekrom powered up, because you only need 2 energy to do 150, and then you only need 5 to do the really good GX attack. And if you can get set up right, you can be knocking out 2 GXs at a time and really powering it out. And then for this deck, you need quite a bit of energy. I see most people running like 12 to 14. I'm only running 13 electric energy or thunder energy, whatever you want to call it. Boom. I think 13 is a pretty good number. I mean, you can play around with it. There's a lot of other decks that run quite a few more Pokemon. I mean, most decks probably have Tapu Lele, but I don't have any of those, and I don't have money to invest in those, so I don't run those. That's why I got some support,